Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
We are always meeting these people, and it's not them coming to us, it's us going to them. Ask them if when they met us, it's them that came to us. No, it's us who went to them. So we are very much there. All that we want is mutual respect, honesty, and believing that we are an equal partner, and we have a dream, and we respect the people we are dreaming, people that we are representing, and we have an agenda to liberate this country. Not that to agenda. And if people don't share in that agenda, two cannot work together until they agree. We are not even in a hurry. If we are ready to fight for as long as it can be.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Please bear with me. There'll be some phone calls that you have to receive. This is a very busy program, and people love to interact with you. Are my guests that I bring on this program, and I'm privileged. Today we are hosting EFF leader Kasonde Mwenda, and the phone lines are open. The number is scrolling there for people on TikTok. For me, for now, first, until we sort out this issue of, but we'll take the calls from all of you. The line is open, and you can call. I'll be putting the phone when it comes to where to, as we are waiting for phone lines, where to on the march to 2026. It looks like we might have electronic voting. It looks like we... Where is the call? Where is the phone ringing? I think it's a Facebook. Oh, okay. Where is the call? Oh, sorry. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. I'm hosting EFF leader Kasonde Mwenda.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwam. My name is Patrick Chilufia from the UK.
Yes, Patrick.
Wakasonde West, Mulisha.
You're
Patrick,
yeah, Wakasonde, you remember I called you about 2 weeks ago, and we talked a lot. I'm Patrick Chilufia from the UK.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so, Wamwamba, I think what you said, Wakasonde, is true. Bon, some Zambians, but by UPND, they are saying HH is going to win because the opposition is fragmented. Though the UPND are part of the people who are enjoying that the opposition is fragmented. So, Bakasonde Wesu, trying is not enough. Solidarity is not enough. Zambia is in a terrible state today. Economically, socially, politically, everything is in a mess. We are in a crisis, though by UPND accept. And Bakasonde, I've heard about your policies and other political parties who have come here. Their policies are similar, especially the issue of mining. Everybody is saying these minerals are not benefiting Zambians, they are all benefiting foreigners. And we are really appreciate that because we've started realizing that not until we harness or leverage our God-given minerals, we are not going anywhere. We'll just keep on borrowing. But Bakasonde, Mungufwe and Mungufwe, clearly, I'm going to mention your name 3 times. Bakasonde. I think you are the big man in the room. Please, Zambians want you to be united. Plan B, should be like 1991. Egos aside, please, mwebantu, Zambians once united. Abantu baledila, abantu balechula. Eagles, fyonse fikose nkunuma. Bakasonde, get united. That's the only way. Mwambana walanda correctly. 2001, Mwanawasa ngatawini. Opposition won the elections, but Mwanawasa was in power. And it's going to happen. And that's what UPND wants. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, Chulufia, our dear brother Chulufia from the United Kingdom. Let me just take a few calls, Mr. President, before you come in. Let me just take some few calls. Just a minute, Mr. President, just a minute. I sort out the issue of the phone. Oh, what's happening to this phone? Come on, just a minute. Okay, now we are on. Sorry, the phone was not connecting. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening. You are live on this program. Please tell us where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Yeah, I'll remain anonymous, so you can call me AI.
Yes.
Good evening, President Mwenda.
He can hear you.
Okay. So my question, before I even pose my questions, I would like to first tell Mr. Mwenda has mentioned a lot of Bemba proverbs. Mwenda, umuna umota usalanda. What people are saying here is we have a problem. And the problem, I want to break it down as follows. We have a dangerous president, very dangerous. And I pity for you, you're putting your life on the line. That's brave of you. I agree you've been in the forefront trying to protest, put the message across, and a lot of things you've done. I've been following your life. You've gone to prison, to police, but you're doing it alone. Take a back step and say, why am I doing it alone? We are all behind you. What we are trying to do here is that we all understand this is a dangerous president. When we talk about, I want to ask you a question, Mr. Mwenda. Do you know what Freemason is? And maybe you can tell your understanding of a Freemason. What do they do? What are their objectives? Is to hold on to power. But I'll leave it to you because probably you understand better than me. What are Freemasons? This is the country where a few weeks ago we had a Freemason conference in Livingston. We have not addressed that. Let me get to the point why I'm calling. As a country, do we have a strategy other than complaining HH did this, he has sold power, he has load shedding? We all know those problems. We've defined a problem. Now, what is the solution? Here is what I'm proposing here. Have we got a plan to have an outreach to rural areas which are crucial in our country's current situation right now? Those of us in towns with smartphones have access to your messages. But what about those who don't? We need a clear strategy from the opposition to reach the rural masses, especially in the light of new cyber laws. Avoiding the politics of shouting and insults and criticizing of HH, we know is a problem. So let's not define the problem until 2026. We know the problem. Speak the solution. What's the strategy? Speak with calm. Share facts. And let the truth reach the people. For instance, on matters such as ECL, take the facts to the villagers, so people understand the reality of the man in power, how dangerous, how evil he is. A man who would take a widow and her children to court, claiming it is in the national interest. What is that interest? Do the people in the villages, Kwanabwali, understand the problem ECL's family is going through? What strategy does the given Lubindas, all these opposition, have they gone out to those villages to communicate? This is a former president of the country. I've not seen that. Leaders like the Mwenda should step on the ground, which you have done. But maybe it's along the you have said you have been to villages, and I appreciate that. Do you have ward representatives, community gatherings? Who is disseminating that strategy of removing HH in 2026? Who is doing it for you? I think.
My brother, wind up quickly. As you can
me,
hear in the background, there are a lot of calls.
For me, is
yeah.
that the opposition is still all over the place. If, as we stand today, if elections were held tomorrow, we'll have a results of 2001, because the Mwendas, the KPFs, they are all over singing in a different hymn book. We do not have. We are 10 months out from elections. I still don't see you leaders, our leaders. You can even share a cup of tea together. I see the body language is, you're still in silo mentalities. Everyone wants to get a piece of cake. Guys, let's get together. Let's remove this leader who has taken away all your rights. Look at the Catholics. The Catholics can't even speak now. They know what this president has done. He's issued threats against your bishop. Is a Lucifer. What have we done about it? Nothing. So I end here, Ambassador Mwamba. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. As you can hear, Zambians are angry. Patricia, is that Patricia or is it anonymous? I don't know who's calling. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I'm calling you from Europe. This is Patricia Mwamba. Good evening.
Good evening, please. You are live. Ask the question for Honorable Kasonde Mwenda, who we are hosting, EFF leader.
Yes, good evening, President Kasonde Mwenda. I think he does a lot in exposing this government. He's trying his best together with his colleagues. My question would be, looking at what he has articulated, I think he has his fears of all these wrangles. To me, I look at them as normal. Some may be extreme. But my question would be, would he and his party be willing to join an alliance that has maybe some sort of concrete agreement where they sign and agree on things in case they form government? Because indeed, we need to remove the current president. It's a matter of urgency. There is no need to look back. We don't need to wire. It's a danger to the children. It's a danger to our society. It's a danger to our economy. So you as Zambians need to come together. And we need you together now more than ever. So me, just to address your fears, would you be there when alliances say, come on the table, you agree on medical matters with lawyers and make pacts together so that you are secured and you also air out what you feel like are your concerns and everybody's concern is taken into consideration and come together, not pakanwafe, but solidly with signatures and witnesses in the face of lawyers.
Thank you, my dear sister. Yeah. Thank you, my dear sister. The phones are buzzing, Mr. President. The phones are buzzing everywhere. And I can see TikTok requests. They want to speak to you. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Ernest. I'm calling you from the UK.
Ernest, make your contribution.
All right. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I think for me,
Ernest, I think you've put me on speaker. Ernest, put it to your ear so that you are very clear.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
Yeah, that's better. Now make your contributions.
Sure. My contribution, I think, is mainly on the theme that's being sung about the opposition coming together. I think it's more of just a song. I think on the practical side, I foresee that being a challenge because I think everyone would want to, be in pole position. And I think from that perspective, I think there is need to have an open sort of forum for people to share ideas. And I think once there's that consensus on what the ultimate plan is, I think positions don't have to be the main focus, because you might end up picking the candidate that won't be suitable for people's expectations. I think that needs to be addressed to a point where I think with the many options we have, I think more than 20, to pick one, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. And I think my proposals would be identifying the best candidate based on various criteria. And I think, I mean, if you don't mind keeping my number, there's other things I would love to discuss away from, public fora.
No problem, my brother. I can give you my number and the number for Mr. Kasonde.
We'll follow the proceedings as the discussion goes on.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Chandamlenga.
Chandamlenga, make your quick contributions.
All right, okay. I remember much of president that once some opposition issue mulande but no mwasa mpawa mwachinja. Yes. Kwali wako ama errors ya buntu. Kwa wako nama errors aya kwa this is not an error uyumufulo. Let me take it kuba mdala wa kainde ichema. If you bachita mufulo. If you got yagula mine bapira ma foreigners. Not only that foreign wa Zimbabwe wa Africa, no, foreign no umusungu. You know what to chusha obaya pira mine. 2. Baya bula ama road bakongwe mpya kunapsa bapira umusungu wa mbokusinda taxi. 2 balefu kuleta yangane lo balefu pange ya matato deeds. This is mufulo. No human can do that. That is inhuman. Chimbicha ichakulenga bubiri. Mr. Kasonde, I can see you are very confident and I can't lie to you, I love you now. Because I've been following you, all your videos and if you have a fiance from Rwanda, if you have authentic. When you are talking with the evidence and the confidence, that's the kind of person we want. But Mr. Kasonde, that is not enough. You go out, reach where you don't reach. Because media, they won't have a phone. And there are bundles, nowadays they are very, very expensive. Just like you light. You might buy a light at 150. That's a 140 unit. 140 units. So, if you have to, so I'm going to go. Let's see your regalia. Even the time Muleza Musta unite now with certain parts, you can be chosen as a president based on the number of you can do better, Mr. Kasonde.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me take 2 more, Mr. President, so that you then can answer. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
My name is Nkole Chimfwembe. I'm calling you from California. Good evening, Mr. Kasonde.
He can hear you.
I've got 2 very quick questions.
Yes.
The first question, what guarantee are you giving to the people in your quest to liberating this country, as you are saying, that you will not turn around, as we have seen by the current guy who stood on the tallest hill and made everyone believe that, the PFO, they're not the right people to be in office. And then secondly, just as a follow-up to this question, Zambians have put it across to you, all of you politicians, we want one formidable grouping going into 2026 elections. Are you people ready to be together and come up with one formidable, front? And then what social or contract or agreement will you have with the people of Zambia that you will indeed fulfill what you are talking about? Because what we are seeing today is not pleasing at all, and it is putting a very, very, very bad image on our politics, and also, retarding development.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Hello, MK. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. I've called you MK already.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Ambassador. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good evening, President Kasonde. Yeah, I think much of what has been planned to be spoken here by me has been overtaken by events. I just want to amplify one point. I think, Ambassador, you can bear me witness I've been offline for some time. I haven't been calling in. Reason being that I had taken it upon myself also to just try and go around the rural areas. And I want to comment on the previous caller who spoke about the opposition being in the rurals. I think we have a lot of job to do. We have a lot of work to do. I have been in the northern and Luapula for some few days, and it's really going to be tough for the opposition as long as we don't unite. So the key point here, President Mwenda, we can all want you to be in the 4-4-4 run, but still, if we don't unite as the opposition, the UPND will carry the day. And ask yourself, as you have been articulating issues there, do you want the UPND to get another 5 years after this failed 5 years?
Thank you very much, MK.
We've never had a government that just borrows for consumption, because that is what the UPND are doing. They're just borrowing for consumption, and their concentration from day one of them being in office is to win 2026. I think that's why even the monies we're asking, where is the money that we have been making going, is just being reserved for campaigns.
Thank you, MK. Thank you, MK. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Good evening. You are live. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Oh, let's take another one quickly. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Yeah, hello, you are live. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, this is Evangelist Alex Masuka. I'm calling from South Africa.
Evangelist, make your contributions.
Yes, I want to greet you, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad that you have hosted that man. I want to contribute by actually telling him to say Emmanuel Mwamba knows me very well, and when God speaks, I think Emmanuel Mwamba can be one of the witnesses, because we rubbed a lot of shoulders when I was coming to Chiluba in 2000, and when I was here in South Africa, I refused to take your call, but today we have received my call, which is a blessing indeed. So what I want to contribute is the coming together of these political parties, more especially the opposition, must be based on fact, which is, if I can look at the EFF leader, Kasonde, he has a very different approach as compared to the rest, because ownership of natural resources, that is the backbone of his opposition. The rest, the 20 or whatsoever the number, the only thing that they want to be is just to be president. You know, just to be president, it's something different. But let's look at what Burkina Faso has done. And also let's look at what Botswana has done. This Duma Boka has declared to say he wants to get the whole mind to his people without war. So we need people like Kasonde that have declared it openly to say, we are suffering too much, whilst we are selling our natural resources outside. So this is a prophetical call. That's the reason why I'm trying to say, I've been suffering to meet first President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda when I received that revelation in 1990. Second President Chiluba, the third President Mwanawasa, I can name them all until the late Lungu, and now Hakainde Chilema, who has proved to be more dangerous even to my life as I speak. So now I'm simply appealing to say, by God's grace, let all meaningful opposition leaders rally behind Kasonde Mwenda as the only true leader that will liberate us. You know, Emmanuel Mwamba, I'm not talking to you for the first time. We've met, we've discussed. And I want to say that what God has revealed to me that can remove Zambia from economic slavery is ownership of minds. Let all opposition leaders, if possible, I make my comment and my commitment to say a leader who is in opposition, if he's not anointed, because this Freemason, I heard someone referring to Freemason. This Freemason is dangerous. I was supposed to have died in prison. I was arrested to say I've trespassed at UN. And when I went to Magistrate Court to represent myself, they said I'm mentally ill. But God stood for me. I ate poison. They wanted to give me lethal injection. I survived. But now, my major point of calling is that any opposition leader that just want to go in State House is going to die, because this is not only physical, it is spiritual. You know, again, the other point is opposition leaders, those who trust Mumiti, Mumanga, they cannot fight with Hakainde Hichilema. They will be killed, because he ni witchcraft association yo bapanga ikaramba ngabalelanda the CIA naba train number security CIA 200 ninganga shiria. These are what we call witches that are protecting him. So we need a leader that can recognize God. We pray with him. Everything that they are planning, they can be dismantled. That's my word.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Evangelist. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Good evening, President President Kasonde. Mwenda. My name is Anonymous from London. I just want to say this out of love for Zambia. I'll be quick and candid. I think HH will win the 2026 elections because all the opposition political parties are overrating themselves, thinking that their zeal is enough to remove HH from power. Let me put it this way. HH is in government. He has control. ZA is his resident. And the police, he has money. He is power hungry. And he will do whatever it takes to destroy anyone who stands in his way. The 2026 elections will be lost by the opposition because most of these political parties are naive and living in fantasy land. However, there's a silver lining because Zambians have spoken, they have communicated that if the opposition political parties are united, HH and UPND will lose.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Thank you very much. Mr. President, I want to give you this and other questions for you to answer. Are we underrating President Hakainde Hichilema? Someone told me that you people are really underestimating Hakainde Hichilema. You think that the troubles of the country, the cost of living crisis, the unending poverty, the load shedding is enough to kick Hakainde Hichilema out. He says, look, this is a guy with his support and forces managed to dislodge a sitting government. What about now when he's enjoying the power of incumbency and is sitting on the powers that come with the presidency? Are you going to dislodge him? I think begin with that, because our people begin to feel hopeless sometimes. They think that their vote is not enough to dislodge a person like that who won power from the opposition, got the reins of power, and now has installed a dictatorship.
Thank you so much, Mwamba. And ukutasha sana zikomo kwambiri wonse makola zi vemakamba vamveka naise tina matundise bantu twasanta mwane kambo apeshe natumfa. And you know, leadership is learning. Formulate tama contribution natumfa. And your concerns na yomfika. Bamwamba maleta very important issue. Are we underrating Hakainde Hichilema? Mwewe na Zambia, I would want to remind us oko tulefuma, we are the president wako ebati ngawalanda ti Hakainde will lose 2026 tiba kuseka no kuseka because the man had the grip on power. Nothing stays the same. uyu akainde tukwete inonshita. It's not the akainde we had in 2021. The one we had in 2021, 2022, that was a strong man. But this time, akainde is gone. I'm not saying we are underestimating him, but the truth must be spoken. There is one thing, to have a weak leader and removing him. Those are two different things. So right now, what is most important for Tuamonazba, EFF, Bakainde is gone. Let's be very honest, it's gone. Hunger, if you know, hunger, it's enough to remove a president. I'm not underestimating that, Ziwa alone in naive. We are not naive. Bambi bai karama yakon, if we karamu ground. I know we don't know everything, but let them not underestimate the knowledge of the system. We leave this system, so we know. But now, it doesn't mean because Hakainde has become weak, he's gone. No. What it requires right now, and that's what we are concentrating on, what is important right now is to work. If you are that president, people sometimes are coming alliance just to choose who should be president. That is not what is important right now. What is important right now is to open up the eyes of the people. When you see us, no, boring actually. I do not have energy to talk so much. You think we talk a lot? No, it's because we know the price we need to pay. We need to talk. Tell the people. We need to. Right now, there's only one thing I would ask the opposition. If I had the way, I'll tell them, can you stop the squabbles? Can you stop the power struggle? Let's just campaign. Let's educate the people. Let's open the people's minds. People don't have a problem choosing. But even instead of us telling the people at Hakainde Chilema, elections, we start now talking every day. That's why even in this meeting, the only miscarriage I would find is that you allowed us to discuss too much about the alliances. Right now, alliance is actually important, actually start to realize. But even if we come together, if we haven't campaigned, how can we win? So right now, I would advise each and every political party, go out there, tell the people, show them if it's Hakainde, tell them how things can be better. I know our strategy could not be the best, but I know right now, the best important thing is to open the people, give them information. Information is power. They need to know what is the plan for the opposition. It's not that we focus on the president to our opposition. That's not what is important right now. People want to know what is your plan when you come in. So how can people know what your plan will be if you haven't talked to them? Sometimes I want to validate Tasha, ukuti opposition, we are even competing. Nangumwana kashkwena. Kwa Africa group maikara pamatibane. Pali ifuna nwala afwa udia. Okay, iwe boy picking up, iwe kamfwa. No. You should give a girl a chance. Mama manifesto asala pomo. We should not take Zambians for granted. Allow us, the opposition, to put our manifestos to Zambians as political parties. And let Zambians say, I think, plan yawa chite na itemwa. Maybe the Kenya chite batungurule. You can't have predetermined leaders. If you for to work on if you. If you interfere with you. No ego. Takuna ego.
So sorry, Mr. President. Let's just add some more. You'll be collecting the thoughts as we go. Let's just add some more. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Elas Mwanza, make your contributions quickly. Emkwai chalo chonse chiretu mwa.
Neulandako ama online taxi drivers bonse muno mu Zambia.
Emkwai ba Elias.
That kwato bwafya ba mwamba no yumunesu you Minister of Transport yodali. I think if into ba mwamba fyali onaika twaliesha upanga submission we are amongst the team that is framing the SI number 19 of 2024 last year. So we are the framers tulesha na balatsa twaikala meetings then badatanga fyafika ku Ministry of Transport ni fyapelela open aba politician ba UPND ba mwamba na twenda na tuisha na tushunguluka the Ministry of Commerce, the Ministry of Justice,
Bamwansa.
Abafa pamulandu wa ichi yango balete chichi language.
Bamwansa, Imo, what is your issue? Bamwansa.
The president have ever issued a statement. Kwebati twalachita so. Bonse bali ba quiet. Kwatina kalimuta ba ishiberi yashi. We have gone everywhere up to the president. Kuria kuinde ku state house kuria. Twatwala letters. Bakateka twasukeni because last protest yo twafairo kupanga. Twafairo kuyabe mini na mulamwine mufimu timu ya nokulala about 20 days ukulolera mpaka bakateka bakese ku state house. So bali twiminika ba Minister of Commerce. Ba Commerce, thank you very much bamulenga chipoka bantu baumesana bali kwata director wa Commerce. She's very strictly to able to communicate. Let's deal with this matter using CCPC. So ababantu beso abamwe bafyashi na abatupesha twaenda ichendende muno mu Zambia. Corruption has reached the highest. Parasti palapa kwebati. Imagine starting from 2022 ukufika lelo pano tweshafyo kula ministries yonse andelumbula ukula papata ukwebati bachita address ama issues ama drivers ababa lechula abachira 22 kwacha, and no one has ever been talking. They are scared. Bali esesha ababa nani kane babini wa Mpundu baisa mfuati kwali ba SI baperera kupere babutuka batata banani twali bakonkere bakalaba baisha bamfuafi atyo shali baikala zi bonse aba bantu aba balakano ko bati bapalamine bese bomfuikishe bushe muperere pesa so that they have information. Bafu afyo kula nda fyo kuchita issue to statement utwa palauto tata ba Kasonde na alite mwasana bya mwalendo ndorera ide life mwakwete kunani kale kuma mwini lunga kulia mwaile mukuchula mumpanga ine na ile mukuchita investigate mu makapompo ukwishibe efyo bekala abantu mumpanga na ile na ile mukuchecking efya pala mabwe ama timba efyo bapanga ama corruption kwali banga mwafika paka bompo pala paba ama departmentali about 5 ayalolekesha pali timba. So nga mwafika ba mwamba wesu paka bompo mfuire na mukumanisha ama paper la first yonse kunani kane mwa baba chifu bashani yala kumana about 15,000 elo nomba bala misenda mwa kopi ba misenda mwa kuli ba ZNS ba misenda mwa kuli ba polisi bapanga ka timu kalya elo nomba mwa balisha monomba elo nomba bala suminisha ba saina bonse elo chimu chichenda nomba. There is a lot of level of corruption na lichita investigate sana konse kupompo kumaninga kumufumbwe na kukasempa. So Muzambia muno abantu bamwemba bakasonde abashaenda tabala ishibe filifyonse ukwishiba ni pesa tupelele iyi mlani video la chibitumina bamwamba panani kane na chilalanda pamulandu wa babarats bale tinya abayiche kubunani kane kase ku Eastern Province bali shibefe bachula pa kusanga onda ukukwata onda kumushi bali beshiba no kubeshwa twali babaratsa elo baya ikata abantu then they issued ama threats ukwebati ifwe twalami ikata twalika elo nambo kubakalipira baratsa ndamu shibefe mule chitefe mwala le time balambo kubalowa bali ama officers mule tumakulia, and you people, you are going to be very safe na mwikala muno mulusaka. Go and investigate and put your officers undercover and start investigating.
Thank you Bamwansa, thank you Bamwansa. Lekeni tusende kona ambia cause I know you speak for a group, for a good group, but let's pick some more calls. Let's pick some more calls. Good evening, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
This is Ambassador Mwahombe.
Bamunkonge from East London in South Africa, London Poyama.
Emkwa Bakasonde, okay, ine mkumona kwandi Bakasonde tabakwete wafya because bali ingira sana mu ground umo nabakwata kono kwishiba mano yaba opposition ofo yaba, so ukuba pamo ba opposition te problem baka bafye bwino pamo na ngefini balelanda te lyonse mwingalalanda ama tactics ofye mwingachita ine ninche tekero kweba chite kubyo wafya kuli Bakasonde kuomba na ba opposition pamo abakachimvyo uteko abena bali muri uboru bali bakonkanye pofye kula eba bena Zambia efyo uteko ko kureka sefi tunefyo kwakasabani lelo nchita ya kuimilika ukabalida pali bonse ba opposition ikafika nchiretuishika but pali ino nchita tuikwata sana kwati kumona kwati limbi bakasonde kuti baitemwa teti baitemwa munshira imbi it's better baba fenge fine but nabeshwa movement yabo for ile nabeshwa na bena Zambia for bali for bachira pende okwe bati na bekala mufungo pomona ndo akurandira bena Zambia kuna last point nga yafika ya kutitira bena Zambia for bali for teti bakani hao bena Zambia nga balera ndati bali for ba opposition bekatani epo bali temwa bena Zambia teti bakure mungu muno wapakati lero tumwa bapera kufe chance ngefine bale sokorora kufe fintu but ineni nishuo kwe batika fika teti bayibere beka bakasonde na group yabona bachangala teti bayibere hao nchitoro ikafika na bantu numba bro bakeshibo kwe batao kanshi Zambia ko ifikire napa bipa.
Thank you back Lekentus. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let's just take a few phone calls, more phone calls. The phone is jammed, so we can't allow people to talk for more than a minute. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. Good evening, President Kasondemwenda.
Good evening.
Ambassador, we really missed the program some past days. I was worried, I don't know. Yeah, but nevertheless, call me Kwenu. I would like to contribute on the program. My worry is the manner our government is trying to enact laws. These bills they are trying to present into Parliament. This land issue, the title issue where the government wants to give power to a junior officer to cancel a title deed is uncalled for. This thing is going to bring acrimony in this country because as long as you are not in good books with the power that be, whether you are an investor or you are just a peasant farmer or just a citizen of Zambia, you have your land record or title being revoked. Now, these are the same things that happened in Zimbabwe. The only difference is that in Zimbabwe, Dr. Mugabe was getting land from whites, but in this preconceived idea by our government today, everyone is going to be involved. Whether you are an investor, you are not in good books with them, they will get your land. And our government should be very, very worried about these things. Because I remember when President Hakainde was lead from Kobeko, he went to America and he told us that he has invited investors to the tune of $25 billion. But we have seen for the past 4 years, there is no investor from America who has even brought maybe even, I can say even a 20 or let's say $100 million in a single investment. Why? These people are very, very intelligent. They are very intelligent because they look at the legal framework of a country. The legal framework of the country, if the country's legal framework is not stable as it is now, we are not going to have the so-called investors come here because those people are very clever. They are very clever when they are investing in a country. They investigate what is this country, is the government stable? Do they make decisions by emotions or whatever? All these things, I think, will really affect the government in the due course.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. Let me just take 2 more calls and then we allow the president to respond and then we see how we go from there. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
So I'd rather remain anonymous.
Ba anonymous, ninkwatawa president wakasonde kunola ndenipo.
I just took some time off to look at some other posts on Facebook. And I found a letter that is shared by Chair the Voice of Zambia, which says the traffic officer left Bakatorika silence, and it's a letter written to the Director General of Intelligence.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That is a good contribution. Short, concise, and brief. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Zephania here from Lusaka.
Yes, Zephania.
Yes, I have two questions for President Kasonde Mwenda.
Number one question.
Number one, Mr. Kasonde Mwenda, you often speak boldly about defending the national sovereignty, justice, and morality. How do you reconcile these values with your silence on unclear stance on the rising cases of corruption, selective persecution, and abuse of state institutions under the current regime, UPND, and particularly when young girls are flouting now unexplained dollars in public, and ministers are spending 100,000 on buying tambara or roast Mr. Rooster, while citizens are surviving only 50 kwacha a day. The second question is that what many Zambians are concerned about electoral malpractice and are calling for united opposition front ahead of 2026. And why have opposition political parties leaders failed to come together despite political outcry? It is because you are already fighting to divide the buffalo before it is even brought down. The positioning for power instead of fighting for the people of Zambia. And I have this one which I need an honest answer. And be honest with us, is it the Tonse Alliance is still viable too to remove UPND in 2026? Or it has become politically useless? That's the two questions I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, as you can hear, there are a lot of calls, but I want you to quickly sample these ones that have come so far.
Thank you very much. You know, Zambians are very informed. And Bamwamba, thank you so much for this platform. You are doing a very big job. In case Nala Bakuma last to Kutasha, which you are doing is marvelous. Ama callers, they have brought a lot of issues. Among them, Gandaambira last time Chipsha Kutila the silence. I don't know. To me, I'll take that as a challenge. If we are not silent about corruption, we are not silent about our chama rooster, not tupanga nama film, not tupanga nama press statement to Lelanda, and the data shasana those who gave us solidarity, kulanda kutila. Ngesha chanda bandu me palas kulanda that you know you can't be sharing the buffalo before you even kill it. There is a buffalo. We need to bring it down. Sharing it is not a problem. I want to agree with Baraba Chilanda Bakola. It's true. Us, we are sacrificers. We are not here because we are power hungry, no. But we want to fight for this country. We are economic freedom fighters, not economic freedom shares. No, that's not. We are economic freedom fighters. Zambians, us, we want to fight for you. If we're fighting Gayapwa, Mwebe and Mukasala, we are not in a hurry. I think between now and the election date, it's important because I want to be between now and 2026. To create today with the former offices, none whatever president Palifwe, I think that should not be our preoccupation. I want to be a president, but let you know Kuyamukurwa. But let you know Kulan taxi drivers. But let you know Kulan Chula. No. You're about united the opposition, it's not a problem. That's a walk in the park. Let's gather here. Who are the most stable? Who are the most reasonable? Sometimes you are busy talking about you come together. Which vehicle? Those things are not a problem. As long as we are working for the people, those things will fall in place. That's not the biggest problem right now. Biggest problem is troubling Zambians, stealing from the people. That is the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem. Not who will be the leader for the opposition. That is not the biggest problem right now. Yes, when we get towards the election, that will be the biggest problem. But between now and at least somewhere mid next year, apafesi kubombera kwa abantu. Ekeni tubombere abantu. Mwebale fo kutubika ba president twa totera but inosta support us tubombere abantu if efika isova mwebe ne mukasala that problem as whether ni kumuchira tule bombera nangu ni kuntanshi we don't have a problem, but for now support us to fight for you to make sure that ama taxes aya bale mikamamo fyaleka ishini tengo nga wa shop atushite kwe fintu ukwete 1000 wafumamo kwatali mu bakwivira fempia fyaleka aya malaiti bale mibira because bale iba instead of us wasting our energies everywhere, we should make sure bale ko kumibira bala ndati mu June yali pita amalaiti yali bwela amalaiti abwela ishimenga to bale panga ku CZ. It is not just finding a united leader for the opposition that will solve it. No, it is telling the people, opening the people and telling off this government ukufumye mingarato shabo, because even if we find a united leader ngana bo makale mingarato, we haven't even informed the people how will that united leader win. So for now, let's unite. We want to unite with us. Let us work, support us. By youth, join. By Namayo, join EFF, Economic Freedom. Join us. And please, take over to Nigo. No, but in English, they want to join EFF. No. Respect as we respect. When we hear another opposition party, join anyaba, we are happy because people need to join something. They need to join. So whether by join it doesn't matter, but let people work with us, the opposition. So allow us take with them and we go with two months to join EFF. No, you're overrating. No, I'm that by join. Me, I believe in the vision for EFF, and I'm selling the agenda for EFF, the manifesto for EFF. Allow us to market ourselves. And we will respect that. But for now, allow us to Milan share. To be Pereko story. Allow us. Is that too much to ask?
Thank you, Mr. President. I agree with that point. I agree with that point, Mr. President. Because individual parties have to mobilize. You have to create structures across the country. You have to be strong. Yes. Even when you are coming to the table, you'll be showing your strength that we are present in Lundazi. We are present in Changombo. Yes. And our members from Zambezi are like this, from Chipata. Individual political parties must be strong before they come together. That point, Mr. President, let me just take some more calls. Chila Diva Panova President Munjereko Panono. Let me take the last 5 calls because we need to wind up, and I need to allow the President to answer and allow him to rest. He's already taken 2 hours of his time with me. Good evening, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Please make us make your contribution, identify yourself and make your contributions.
Okay, I'm Joe. I'm calling from Kitwe, Nkana East. I'm just in Ghana, but I'm Lenje. I'm Tonga stroke Lenje. So is that okay?
That's okay, my brother.
Okay. You know, correct misconception iliyo at swevo soba Tonga balenje. Tuto supporta shilishons show HH utochi takambo ngumutonga or mulenje. Okay, to divert from that we are not in any way in support of what he is doing. Okay, he is destroying this country. More especially, I'm worried on tribalism. I'm still wondering why it has grown under his rule. Okay, is it a signal telling us something about tribalism? Because I'm worried, me as a Tonga, Ambassador Emmanuel, because most of the people on the ground, more especially here on the Copper Belt, members are saying it is their time. Our time will also come. And if we can have such statements, okay, among citizens, meaning they are hating, okay, and it seems the HH is not even concerned of what is going on, okay. Why is it that tribalism has grown under his watch, under his rule? Can we conclude that he's a tribalist? Okay. So let him not, he's denting our name as stronger. We don't know what the future holds for us. Okay, because he's the first stronger, he was supposed to do the best so that he creates a good name for us. Okay, we don't want to be judged because of his bad leadership and tribalism. Okay, in the future, people will be saying, we tried these guys, they messed up.
I think he should be very much aware. He should work on tribalism. Tribalism is going under his watch. Thank you, Ambassador Emmanuel.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. President, there is a Tonga says this man is ruining their name as Tongas. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Chungropo Mkwai. Nimwani Mkwai.
In fact, AI anonymous.
Ba AI anonymous. Landenipo.
When a contribution yandi a program na conquer bueno sana. And it's my first time calling. Contribution yandi akwebat. Baka inde bafile at all costs. And in a people yandi akwebat. Ba pay na tuchiri today role ba kushika mubili. Ba opposition ba bike in because to shikafi ikawa nikatendesha impolo uri na munina shari ama campaign because injunction ila basi ndabakateka na bena ali bachita affect in that etiba campaign so apapene people yandile akwe bati abo bali apo ba mwenda bakasonde boma ni akapi naba nabo mu opposition basali omuntu wakwe bati nango bagesa atidile kumuleta parwala at least shortly thereafter tukeshiba kwa totally vote nyo apart file pagwato HH nango twabika ne chimuti wena uti twavota ne chimuti so in a people yandilio and a contribution yandi.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this man says even a tree can vote for it. I remember Professor Kasonso says nanguni nshon konono tukavota panshon konono. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I'm calling from Europe.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you for much of your effort that you've put in this. I've been following the program, and I think I want to just agree with what everybody is saying. That I think opposition even katana for us to have a big chance. Just on the other issues that for me, I don't really understand why. Whenever Spombovin support the present leadership that is there, especially that he came in to say he wanted to bring moral leadership, and I'm not seeing that moral leadership in the present government. So so we're praying for you, but our concern is just the unity for you in the opposition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, let me just take. There are so many calls, Mr. President. So many. Hello, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Oh, sorry, I'll remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mwenda.
He can hear you.
I've got two questions for him. From what I've gathered from this conversation that you've had with him, I think there's a bit of some trust issues and conflicting ambitions. So I'd like to find out how he how the EFF party would approach building trust among partners if he went into an alliance. And the second question is, if he were to be in an alliance, how would the EFF ensure that it stays accountable to the people and not just to a political party? Because like what I've seen, what's happening in Zambia now is that there's allegiance to a party and not to the nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you going to help build trust issues that seems to be missing in the opposition? Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, Anonymous, please.
Yes, Mr. Anonymous.
Yes. Hi, Mr. President Kasonde. I want to compliment on the Lenje Tongaman who was saying, is he a tribalist? What people can say is a tribalist. To know a tribalist, you can know them by knowing whom are they married to. Secondly, the children, are they married to their fellow tribal men or they are married from another tribe? If the children also, they are married to the same tribe, they are tribalists. So it's a matter of knowing whom the person is married to. If you find someone is married to a Lozi, then that person can't be a tribalist. I end my case.
No, that's a simplistic approach. It doesn't mean that if you're married to a tribesman, therefore you are a tribalist. That's very simplistic. But I'll let the president answer, in his own thoughts. Yes, good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yeah, I'm on boys. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I would rather remain anonymous for now.
Yes, anonymous. Make your contribution. Yes.
Yes, from our work. Hii program bamwambaisha masala abati mrekwata kuotuma talks na abantu amaguests obo mrekwata prior to the main event, so that you guide them on what to bring forth, because next year will be a very tough year. Now that situations are someone is showing to say is not willing to work with others. So that's the weakness that the group from the other camp here in HH, they are already organized. So I'm not condemning him, but when we come to this, we should be ready to say, even for the sake of we are working with the fellow, other political parties, unlike showing that percentage of not knowing the road path of how we are going to do what we are going to do in order to remove this the biggest animal on the sea. Because my questions to clear the air, I'll work with every political party that is ready to work with me. Period. Unlike to control all over the show without giving a clear roadmap to the people who are listening. Also, these people are listening from the headquarters there, so that's my point.
Oh, thank you very much. No, my brother, that I can answer as convener and coordinator of this program. For us, we are very open. There's no preconceived agenda. As you see, the president, as he answered, is the way the matters are. We are not here to fool anyone. What you see is what you get. And I think the president later clarified what he meant. He's willing to work with others, but he wants it to be respected. He wants the policies of EFF to be respected. He was very, very clear. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Vamwamba.
Good evening.
I can see you are winding up, so
yes.
I'm going to be very brief. Yes, I just want to ask Wakasonde, what would a fair process to identify a flag bearer for the opposition would look like in his view? Because it looks like the Zambian people have already decided, okay, okay. The problem I see myself is the leaders. It looks like everyone wants to be the president. Now the question would be, okay, do you have a process in mind that you would agree to or subject yourself to? Once you throw your names in a hat, and after the leader is identified, you support that leader. It could be you, it could be another person. Okay, so can you just really, this is really important, can you just elaborate a little bit on what you would think the process of identifying that leader? Okay, and afterward, of course, there are many issues that needs to be worked on. Okay, once you have identified as an opposition, as a flag bearer, this is the agenda. This is the agenda we are going to work on to fix issues in our country. Okay. Otherwise, if everybody says, I want to be president without the process, there would not be a conclusion to this.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very much.
Just quickly. I was listening to KBN TV. Okay, there was one slide that actually was very interesting in my view. Okay, they did their own polls and all that. One slide says 76 or 72% of the people want change, and 20% want the current government to stay in power. Okay, so you can see from the mood on the ground that the Zambian people have already decided. What is remaining, in my view, is you leaders to settle on one, and all of you support that leader. Do you have a process? Are you identifying? Are you discussing that process?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I think someone was cautioning that you can't discuss strategies on air, and I think that falls into strategy. Hello, you are our last caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello, you are our last caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Endita.
Thank you, my brother.
Mkwai, please continue.
So vachenjere sana nama politics yavo yabantu timbine chitaka kuvotatedzi vasvikeko so valendo mutende tukavavotere bwino natotera mugwai.
Thank you very much. I think that becomes our last caller. Mr. President, I will invite you to make your contributions. And for those on TikTok, Mr. President and our dear brother, Mr. Siame, don't close on TikTok. We can invite people to begin now making comments. Just leave it running. You know the goodness with TikTok. So we are going to invite whoever wishes to comment on TikTok. They can begin to make commentary while we close the broadcast on this channel. But for those that are on TikTok, we'll leave it run for an hour and we'll invite you to make your contribution. And Mr. President, you can contribute on TikTok. It's live and we've gotten a good number there. We'll be adding them and listening to them, and you can answer them from there. But on this channel, we'll be closing. Just quickly answer the questions that you think should be answered, and then you give your closing remarks. For all those that are calling on this number, we invite you to go to TikTok. We'll be opening on TikTok where you can make your contributions. Mr. President.
Most of the things that have been spoken have been lessons to us. I'm happy I did not come alone, although not in the picture. I've come with the Secretary General for Economic Freedom Fighters, Mr. Changala, is taking notes. So most of the issues more later to achira umfwa. That's why some of the things I wouldn't even want to comment on them because they justify. But we have taken the lessons and we have heard your feedback. HHs kankana mwishiba. ZFF every day. So video, we are always talking. So to us, this is a great moment. Some of our issues a difference in the coming deliberations as we'll be talking, we'll be answering some of the questions. Otherwise, I must just thank you, Ambassador, for this wonderful, beautiful program. I would also want to extend a lot of warmth to our people, our Zambians in this program. And I also want to thank the number of people that have broken the ice and brought up my issues, like my brother who said he's a Tonga and is worried about what will happen when some other people lead. We can assure you, as economic freedom fighters, we are principled. My own elder brother, Yanjana Mwenda, immediate elder brother, Otu Akonkana Nankwe, Aupa Mambo Mwenda, Mwemba, Tonga. So to me, we are all one big family. My uncle Bamuchinda has married Delozi. So at the end of the day, to some of us, we don't see tribe. And we can assure them, speaking on behalf of EFF, the party that I represent and that I came for as the president, we do not believe in tribalism. And we promise to twice some power. Most of you, if you're trying to have a brother, tribes made. I don't know how it feels. A person from my tribe, na cross. So to us, who cross are normal. So forgive us. So, but it's okay. You can marry. Love doesn't choose. You can marry whoever you want. But we'll actively work towards now that tribalism. You now will make effort as economic freedom fighters. It will be a mandate. There I can answer without even wasting time. Questions how are you going to choose right now? Is he protecting the interests of his party or of the nation? We should finish if it's more important. You can start checking us. People are also asking questions saying, you know, a leopard cannot change its spots. You can change a few habits here and there. Some people can fake it. But you can tell what they stand for. Even when I was in university, university, the question is, what was my brother, Mr. Akainde, doing when he was in university? He was not speaking for his union, probably. Me, I've been a fighter since university. Day one day up to now. I'm not a businessman. I'm a lawyer. I'm an architect. I always want to speak for people and save people. That's my life. So it is just fair that one way in which you can know what to expect from a person is to look in their past. No, everybody can change. Yes, everybody can change. No. So take time. Find out about us even. We show you muntu aleva. I can give an example with all due respect. They came to stand as a president with a tainted image. No, prove him, he failed to prove. That's not important. He was part of the privatization that wrecked this country. Up to now, Rwanda has failed to recover from the privatization of which Bakainde was part. So we ignored that past of his. We should have learned. So what I'm saying is, it is just fair. We are coming to you, Zambia, giving the manifestos. These things pay attention. Does he even give you attention? How is his mannerism? Does he respect others? These things are important because you shouldn't expect when somebody ngamu power or do firumba or president traffic akano kuselamo pakafyadeta nefya confusion with you and you expect when he comes in power he will move away for you Zambians. So I'm just advising us when we are choosing a leader, let us see where they are coming from. How was their behavior? How was he living with people? Why Keresha na Bantu? Every important. Abantu ababuino may so rest in peace. By Edgar Lungu, we so respect. My weaknesses, we all know. But he was a person who loved peace. Namumfa, he loved peace. So even when he was leading, at this personal level, he loved peace. That's why the body fokubana in tango di mufindu. So what I'm simply saying, Nabasata, Vadifim, pum, Cobra. Even when he was president, he was still Cobra. But Mwanawasa was talking about corruption. No. Even his life, Tabari corrupt Basat. Even Mwanawasa, even when he became like. So what I'm simply asking is that let no one impose themselves and say, no, I'll be the God, I'm what. Ask them, how are they coming? Ask us, how are we? Then you make a very informed decision. Otherwise, I want to say thank you. May God bless you as economic freedom fighters. On behalf of this party that loves you, we believe that wherever I want to go, our feet will take us. Their symbol But thank you so much for this privilege. May God bless you and may God bless your family. May God bless Zambia. Even as we mourn, I would want to give the tribute to to the family of the late president by Edgar Lungu. And I'll just ask Mwamba, before we close, if we can just observe a moment of silence just to honor that fallen hero who did so much for this country.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you for responding at such a short notice. I only gave you notice the other day, but you said any day. Actually, it was yesterday, and you said any day I can come. Thank you for the opportunity to share your views and the vision of your political party and your vision for young people and the vision for our country and your relentless effort to denounce and expose corruption. I think that has been accepted and loved. To our dear audience that wanted to contribute, just move to TikTok, search for us or Changala Siame. The president there is using Changala Siame's account. Go there, we are live there. We'll be opening up your contributions to hear those that couldn't go through this. Tomorrow, same time, we'll host new Heritage Party President. Tshala Kateka should be with you, should be sharing our vision and the vision of the opposition, and should be defining what the problems are, why you need to invest your hope in the opposition. God bless you, and God bless our country. And thank you to Mr. Kasonde Mwenda and his team for sacrificing their time and for being with us. God bless you. God bless our country.
Amita pendwa ya vintu ifisumesyo twabula kwibukisha kanate pochimo wimbo watemenwa katongi abazunga batita katongi nagula kwibukisha kateka kaibukubuna kapona neseko syove pameso yangu abaume baya iyaba baume iyaba baume kateka wabantu twakulira lelo twakulira shikakukonke milimo shove eti kumemo kulondolola abale lilo wingi
iseko wingi mwakwete iseko wingi mwakwete mwaya mwende wino tata wesu
katusi muchibotege wali bomba kale lomba mwatu jatulelilake mama,